Who doesn't love Hot Wheels, the little die-cast cars that have been bringing joy to children for generations? Yes, and they always had a lot of wacky designs and a lot of more futuristic, crazy, extreme designs that really appealed to a lot of younger kids, because when Matchbox was just too boring for you, you go for Hot Wheels. So in the 90s, they put out a line of toys that was a little odd. I mean, for the time it made sense, but for Hot Wheels itself, it felt a little bit off-brand. But we're going to take a look at some of them. So here's one right here. At first glance, this doesn't seem that unusual. It's just like a monster truck that you'd see crushing cars with Bigfoot or Gravedigger or any of the other monster trucks whose names I don't remember because I never really got into monster trucks. It's a little bit bigger than typical Hot Wheels. Unfortunately, I don't have a Hot Wheels car on hand to compare it to, but you'll have to take my word for it. It's lengthwise, I think it's about the same, but I feel like it's a little bit wider, and of course it's got the big wheels. So this was Hot Wheels Attack Pack, and this was a line of vehicles with a little bit of a gimmick to it. So you see the little hook on the back here? Well, you push that down and, oh my god, it was a monster. It's literally a monster truck with an alien tongue and teeth. So yeah, Hot Wheels Attack Packs. This is a toy line I've been wanting to talk about for quite a while now, and there's quite a few in the line, and I'm only going to show off the ones I was able to get because there's a lot, and I'll probably talk about that as we go along. So they all had names. This is Slaughter Jaws with his jaws for slaughtering. Very neon-ish paint on this one, of course, because it's the 90s, and this, neon greens and stuff were kind of big back then, and you'll see a lot of very bright colors on a lot of these. But yeah, they were just a line of vehicles with teeth, because why not? My finger. Yeah, they were kind of fun for the time. The line didn't last very long, I think maybe because it only had like one gimmick. But yeah, we're going to take a look at all the ones I have today. So this is Slaughter Jaws. We'll put him over here. I'm going to try my best to display these as best as possible. Then we got this guy right here. This is Sand Stinger, I believe. And this one's way more plasticky looking, and again, you got the bright orange and the bright green. So this one actually has a little wheelie thing here, so you can push the thing down, and oh my god, it's got mandibles or claws or something. I think it's supposed to be like a scorpion, maybe. This one actually has a different kind of mechanism than this one. This was just like a latch or a hinge. And then this one has like a whole thing going on because it's got the claws in there and a proper tongue. Look at that. Sometimes don't you just want to get swallowed? Anyway, I'm sure these are very popular with a certain group of people. But this one's missing a hubcap. Oh, that's unfortunate. And he's got a little dent. He's been played with for quite a while. I did have a couple of these as a kid, but unfortunately, I didn't retain any of them. So all the ones that I'm going to be showing off here are ones that I purchased over eBay over the past year or so, probably a little bit more. Some of these are kind of hard to get a hold of because they're a bit of a rare toy line. Not insanely rare, but rare enough where you can expect to pay a little bit for certain ones. So here is the next one. This is Tarantua. I really like the name of that one. So this one, very spider-like. Oh boy, spoilers. Got 6 wheels on this one. Good for all terrains, and of course is very, very spider-like. I kind of like that. The design of these is pretty cool. So you push the thing down, and it's like he's got arms or again mandibles with little pincers on there. Because he's supposed to be like a spider. He's got rows of teeth. And, I never even noticed the spider eyes on the inside. That's really cool. What do these things eat, do you think? Probably each other, maybe? This is like if zombie apocalypse happened in the Cars Pixar universe. This is what it would look like, probably. I really like this one. It bounces a lot, so it's like really aggressive. It's really he's gonna get you. Here you go. Oh yeah, eat me. You know what? I'm not encouraging anybody. Shut up. All right, so there's that one. We've got this one right here, which is very streamlined, very purple. Probably, I was gonna say the darkest one in the line, but there's the next one's definitely darker. But it's got a nice streamlined design, nice, very appealing purple. This is a bit off color, but you know, 90s and bright colors and everything. This is Rip Rat, and he's got like a rat mouth. I kind of like this one. It's very probably the simplest one of them all, but it's very, very effective. I don't know. I would love to know what the pitch meeting behind these were. It's like, how do we improve our cars? Give them mouths. Yes. Rip rat. Rip rat, rip, rip, rip. And then you can, like, have them fight. I'm going to bite your tongue. I remember the commercial for these were kind of cool because they had, like, they had, like, a whole bunch of kids going like this with each other. And I think they made one with, like, puppets or something. And they were like chomping. It was pretty cool looking. But anyway, we got one more in the first wave of these. There is actually another one in the first wave, but unfortunately I don't have it. So we got this guy. This is the Dark Claw, I believe. Dark Claw, yes. This one was probably the hardest one to get out of the original set because it's so cool looking. Look at it. Oh, spoilers. It's like something like a vehicle Batman would have. It's really cool. And of course you put it down and oh my god, it's a bat. Really cool. Big mouth on this one. Stick your finger in there. And then you can hold them like this and be like, hey, cut it out. I like the wings on this one. This one, unfortunately, appears to not work as well. If you flick it hard, it does. But sometimes, yeah. Don't make fun of him. He's old. But I really like this one. I can see why it was one of the harder ones to get a hold of. But yeah, that's the Dark Claw. We'll put him in the middle. He's like the leader of the group. So there were other ones too. They had bigger trucks, like much bigger trucks. The one that I remember most, and this is the one I remember having, was there was this giant like cement truck, and it turned into like a wasp or something, and it would fly around and it would grab them, and it would like ooze slime out of its the cement container and stuff, because all good toy lines have something that ooze slime. It's a fact. So yeah, they had those, and they also had airplanes too. Yeah, they had a line of airplanes. This one is Sky Vice, I think. Sky Vice, I think this one's called. And just like with the trucks, you pull this. These had a little different mechanisms, and you pull these, and they'd have a mouth and some kind of grabbing thing, like birds, some kind of predator bird. Really cool. I like the design on this one. It kind of reminds me of the. It was like a line of G.I. Joe toys where they were like tigers or something. I forget, it was like Tiger Force or something like that. I genuinely don't remember, but I do remember it looking very similar to this, although I think it was more orange instead of neon green. 90s neon green. Hell yeah. Nothing like it. So you can take one of the guys here and maybe grab him. Maybe grab him. Yes, there we go. You're mine now. Very cool. So there's that one. I only have a couple of the airplanes, so I'll just show these off real quick. So this one is Screwdriver. I definitely am not reading from a cheat sheet. So this one is actually a repaint, I believe. It's a variant. The original one I think was blue, but they had later releases with more different colors and everything. I actually found a website where I was looking up, the names and a little bit of the information on these, and I'll put a link to it in the description if anybody wants to check out, because there are way more in this line than I actually have, so I'm not going to go over everything. But anyway, this one was kind of interesting to me because it has a little thing right there. You pull that, and the wings come out, and the mouth opens. But then you notice these things right here. What's this all about? Well, you're supposed to flip him over, and he does that. Oh my God, it's a pterodactyl. They're supposed to be extinct. Yes, I know it's pterodactyl. I'm being funny. Yeah, that one's a cool one. It's got a little surprise feature. You fly around, and then suddenly barrel roll. Ah, and then you can make them fight in the air. Why must we fight? I think I love you. All right, so there's that one. And here's the other airplane one I have. This guy. This is Spitfire, I believe. Yes. This one has got two heads. And this one doesn't really hide what it is very well, does it? Because it's clearly got like horns and fangs and eyes and stuff. And you push this together right here, and it's got little grabbers and hands, and it's got two mouths for double the fun. So they would have to like team up against this one, and you would wish you'd have three hands to fight. Dog fight in the air. All right, well, there you go. Unfortunately, those are the only airplanes I have. They were actually called battle birds, but there were many more of those. So that's not where the toy line ended, though, because there's still a lot more. So where do you go after airplane? The answer, space. So there was a line of Spaceship attack pack. These were called Alien Invaders, and this one's kind of like a little rocket or a little shuttle or something, and you got a button on the back here, and you do this. Oh my God, it's alive. It's got a mouth where the cockpit should be. It's got a little proboscis too. It's gross. So yeah, these were like living spaceships. And that kind of reminds me of something, and I'm not entirely sure what. Like, what's a well-known series that has living spaceships? Like, organic spaceships. Is that Warhammer? It might not be Warhammer. I don't know. Leave a comment if you know of any really cool sci-fi things with living spaceships that are horrible. But anyway, this one is called Galactobite. I'm definitely not reading off a cheat sheet. I like how just normal it looks for the most part, and then when you open it up, you get all the 90s neon colors and a jaw that doesn't really look like it does anything. Cool. So we have that one, and we have this one, which might be my favorite. This is Venus Flycraft, and it looks like just a UFO. And you got this extra piece here, and you push the button, and oh my God, it's gross. Yeah, I think this one's by far my favorite, just because of how creepy it looks. It's a very Sinistar design. Beware, I live. Run, coward. Roar. How come Sinistar never made a comeback? There's so many old games that got like remasters and like remakes and stuff. Sinistar had so much potential, but they never did anything with it. Anyway, yeah, this was probably my favorite, maybe next to Dark Claw here. But I just love the way that looks, because it's just an ordinary UFO, as if a UFO was a flying saucer, rather. I think that's the better term for this. But yeah, there he is. Reveals the monster inside. So then we have this one. This is Space Sucker. I like the way this one works. Again, it's got a button on the back, and it looks like a turtle. Actually, it looks like a vehicle the Ninja Turtles would drive in. It's a turtle spaceship. But this one, you push it, and I don't know what it is about this one, but I find that really like satisfying. Just that clap. But yeah, you got your grabber tongue in there. You got whatever the hell these are used for, and does that real nice slap. It's not as well painted as the other ones too, because this one, they're very simple colors, but this one, it feels like they could have colored in a little bit more of it, but I don't know. It has a nice feature though. That's fun. And finally, the only other of the alien invaders I have, this one, which looks really cool. It's like a very, very standard sci-fi spaceship that you might see. And this one's called Maggot Mouth because, if I can remember how to... Oh, yeah, there it is. Oh, no, it's full of maggots. Actually, look more like snakes. Oh, my God, snakes on a plane. God, remember Snakes on a Plane? Jeez. It was huge, and then the movie came out, and it was gone. But that one's pretty cool. I don't really care for this one that much. It's too... Compared to some of these other ones, it's just... It feels kind of simple compared to the rest of them. And it's got snakes in its mouth that are going to come get you. All right, well, those are the spaceships. Now, of course, with everything that was popular, they also had McDonald's toys. Oh, yeah, the McDonald's toys. Easiest ones to get by far because fast food toys are just so mass-produced and they're so easy to get and they're cheap and you can get them anywhere for, as low as $1. So, they had a set of 4 at McDonald's. This one is called Sea Creature, and it's kind of a weird one, too, because you hold it like this, and yeah, that's the whole thing. It's got, 2 mouths on each side. A little weird, but I don't know, compared to some of the other ones, especially even ones that were part of this set, it feels kind of boring. So I guess it's like a submarine or something that's been infected with... a Cronenberg virus or something. So that's the McDonald's one. Here's another McDonald's one. This one is called Lunar Invader, and it's like a shuttlecraft. Probably something you'd probably see on like Star Trek, maybe, or some kind of sci-fi show. You got your engine in the back. You got your cockpit in the front, and then wait for it. Oh my God. See, this one I kind of like because it's got like a weird mouth with an eyeball inside. It's really cool. Yeah, I like how well hidden it is too. Like you can't even tell. Like that just looks like a seam, like any of the other ones. But then you open it up and there we go. The little tight button on this one, but that's okay. I like this one. Then of course they basically went through like all the different types of Attack Pack toys. We have this guy. His name is Truck. Yeah, I guess they started running out of ideas. Yeah, this is just Truck. But this one, again, very well hidden with this one. You got the lever back there and opens his mouth. And there's the mouth. I like how wide it is. It's very, very dog-like for some reason. I don't know, like a bulldog or something. But he's got a little mouth right there. And he is Truck. He's got a boring name, but we still like him. And finally, this is Battlebird. So they had one for the airplanes, and this one is kind of funny to me, and I'll show you why. You open the whole thing is a mouth, and then there's like eyeballs back there, and where the engines I guess are supposed to be. There's just something very comical about that. You know what it reminds me of, actually? It reminds me of Beetlejuice when she stretched her mouth out and then her eyeballs popped up in the back of her throat. All right, well, this one's pretty good. Again, very well hidden. The McDonald's toys are all right. McDonald's toys are usually cheap and simple. These, they at least, represent what the original toy line was. So that's kind of nice. All right, Battlebird, you go over there and we'll send you off to scare away the Dietzes later. So there was one more McDonald's toy. There's this one. It's another truck. This one is simply called Shark because he's got a shark mouth. And he's got, fins and is blue. So this was not part of this McDonald's toy line. This was part of... back in the day, McDonald's would often... they would do they would usually have like a theme to their toys, like whatever movie was coming out. It's like Disney or Batman or whatever. And occasionally they would have like a toy company. In this case, it was Mattel. They'd have they have a toy company put out like one of each of their, popular toy lines at the time. So Mattel did one at some point, and one of the toys was a Attack Pack truck, and that's what this one's from. I don't remember like what. I think it was like for like it's usually for like a Christmas thing where they just show off. It was like a little sample platter of toys from the toy line. But yeah, so this is the lone Attack Pack toy that came with that particular set of McDonald's toys. So he can kind of hang out with the other set, I guess. Hey guys. Oh, hey Shark. What are you doing here? I'm a McDonald's toy too. Let me hang out. Sure. Fine. Yay. He's so happy. All right, so for these next ones, I'm going to have to probably make a little bit of room here. Spread out. Don't fall out off the edge there. There we go. Okay, so at one point, like I said before, there was like bigger ones. So they had like bigger trucks and everything. And then they started getting into dinosaurs, which were like battle vehicles and tanks and stuff. So this one is called Stegosaurus Striker, I believe. It's like a tank or a battle armored vehicle. It has a gun with it's supposed to have a missile in it, but I don't have the missile. And you would pop out the tail there, and it would expose the Stegosaurus-like spines. And then you pull it down even further, and there's the mouth. And this one's huge. I really like this one because it's so awesome. It's got guns. Actually kind of reminds me of the Thunder Tank a little bit. Too bad I don't have my old Thunder Tank anymore. I would have them fight, see who's better. Panthro would kick this thing's ass. Anyway, there's the Stegosaurus Striker. And the other one they had was this one, which is very, very much more tank-like than that one. This one is Tankosaurus Rex, which is not as clever of a name for that. But again, this one, you pull the thing down, and there he is. Oh, he's tall. Honestly, this doesn't look right to me. I might be doing something wrong here. I like the bones inside. That's a cool little thing. He's got like a spine and like a rib cage and shoulder blades and stuff. That's really cool. A lot of interesting details in these. And even if you like look inside, I don't know how well you can see that, but there's like textures on the inside of this thing. That's really neat. Yeah, there he is. Tyrannosaurus something. What was his name? Tankosaurus Rex. That was his name. Again, I'm definitely not reading off of a cheat sheet. Also, it looks like he also had missiles at one point that went here. Or maybe these were like eyes or something. No, the eyes would be right there, wouldn't they? Are these like... Yeah, these have like a spring to them, so clearly there were missiles back there that unfortunately I don't have. And those are the type of missiles that are like impossible to replace because, this isn't like G.I. Joe where we have dedicated fans, hoarding and cataloging accessories and stuff where, you want a missile for a G.I. Joe vehicle, you can get it. Probably for a ridiculous price, but still, you can get it. But these, unfortunately, will probably never see their missiles again. So that was Attack Pack for the 90s. But, and I did not know this, but apparently they made a comeback at one point. So here's a couple more Attack Pack vehicles. These are from 2006. As you can see right there, let's get a close-up of that. Mattel 2006. At first glance, they don't really look like they fit in with any of these. But yeah, they have the features, all the features. Yeah, I unfortunately don't know much about this particular line because, well, remember earlier when I mentioned the website that I found that had all the information on these guys? The website was an Angel Fire website, which I'm sure was abandoned long ago. So I think these are the website actually predates the release of these probably. So they weren't cataloged at all on there. I don't know if anybody is still like in charge of that website or whatever, but let me just say if you are, Update your site. Sorry, I had to jump cut there for a second because the SD card was running out, so I had to clear some space on the camera. But yeah, these were like a later release for the Hot Wheels Attack Pack, and they weren't listed on that website because it's an old-ass website. And I would be genuinely curious to know if anybody is still in charge of that website. I remember a couple of years back, I did the video on the Monster in My Pocket figures, and I mentioned the website that I found all the information on that website, and I put a link to it in the description, and apparently the guy that ran the website commented on the video, so that was kind of cool of them. It'll be interesting to see if the person running that Angel Fire website is still around, but we'll see. Anyway, these are like the later release attack packs. They're all right. Although compared to, a lot of these other ones, you can tell they're basically the same. Like it's the same mold. It's the same, like this thing here is different, obviously, but like the stickers are different. But yeah, they're basically just identical. They're the same mold, just different colors. I do like that they seem to have like more mechanisms inside of them. Like there's a lot more joints and hinges and stuff in these, so that's pretty cool. This one has they have very aggressive bites too, which I kind of like. And they have big fangs. Look at that. Arrgh. Hot Wheels Attack Pack. Arrgh. Yeah. So anyway, that was Hot Wheels Attack Pack, or at least the ones that I happen to have. Like I said, there's a lot more, and normally I would go through each one that I don't have, but there's so many that I'm just going to leave a link to that website in the description so you can check them out for yourself. Very interesting, weird toys from a bygone era. They were definitely, appropriate for their time. I don't know how well you can get away with anything like this these days. Not that they're like offensive or anything, but they're just kind of strange, and I wonder if they would do well in the market. I do believe that the Attack Pack name with Hot Wheels is still a thing, because I think they have like just regular cars that are called Attack Pack. I don't know if that's still around, but I do remember seeing that when I was looking for these. But yeah, anyway, that is going to do it for Hot Wheels Attack Pack. Very interesting toys and very appropriate for October, I think. So thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my other videos. And let me know if you had any Attack Pack toys when you were growing up. Thanks for being here, and I will see you guys later. Yeah.